hunters and monsters. This is the first part of the Hunt series where we'll go over the current tactics being used in the Hunt game mode meta. Hunt is the premier game mode of Evolve. The characters are balanced around Hunt, therefore it is the focus of competitive and casual gamers alike. Hunt pits 4 hunters versus the monster, where the monster starts at stage 1 and has a 30-second head start before the hunters drop in to get going. The objective for the hunters is to kill the monster or save the power relay. The monster's objective is to kill the hunters or destroy the power relay, of course. Hunt has a 20-minute soft timer that ticks until 2 minutes are left. Every time the monster and hunters are fighting one another, the timer will stop at that point. The monster can also stop the timer by attacking the power relay. Once the timer is up, the hunters win. I have not confirmed a hard timer, but we're told that there is one at 40 minutes, and that will result in the hunters winning. It is possible to have a draw in Hunt mode, although some of us may never even see that happen. First and foremost, all hunters are trackers. Everyone needs to be listening, spotting, and communicating the whereabouts of a monster. If you lose the monster, ping the last known location and say something. Let the team know. Footprints are the first thing that hunters will start recognizing during the Evolve Hunt mode. The only time the monster does not leave footprints is when it is sneaking or in the water. Hunters following the footprints directly will never catch up to a monster on the move. You'll see corpses, guts, and rib cages where the monster has been and is eaten. It's possible you'll also see footsteps, but they may not be informative if he's sneaking. Instead, use the feeding area as a clue to where the monster is heading next. Monsters are big and clumsy. They knock trees over and other parts of the environment, including buildings. Look for destroyed buildings, toppled trees, all that stuff. If a tree falls, you may not hear it, but the monster is nearby. Monsters are really big, so they make a lot of noise, moving, fighting, eating, and even smelling. Keep your ears open. You'll be able to get a direction on the monster based on these sounds alone. The monster also scares wildlife as it moves past them. The wildlife may scream or yell, or they may just start running away from the monster. If you know the monster is nearby, try standing still and listening for a second. You may just find that the monster is right under your nose.
Got another tyrant.
A monster does not leave tracks in the water. What may not be as obvious is that the monster does not leave smell in the water either, negating Daisy's ability to follow the monster. This is a great way to get some breathing room when the hunters are using Daisy. Be mindful of the trees and other plant life. It's very easy to knock over, and it creates a very loud noise. If the hunters don't know where you are, stay in stealth mode. Don't let them know. If you start running, they may hear you. If you miss a pounce, try again. Don't go smashing animals because you missed one pounce.
Right here.
Hiding is a great way to avoid hunters when they are nearby. If you're certain they haven't seen you yet, find a bush or something that looks like you. Sneak and don't move anything but the camera. If a hunter is standing still listening, don't even sniff. Once they've moved on and are just leaving your sniff range, you can sneak away in the opposite direction. But be prepared to run as soon as one of them sees you or starts shooting at you. Both hunters and each monster have favorable terrain to fight in. This may also vary depending on playstyle. Hunters like to look down at Goliath and Wraith from an elevated position. Generally, all hunters except the Assault should be on the ledges and walls to avoid being targeted. If targeted, though, they can simply jump to a new ledge. Hunters should avoid fighting in choke points, as the monsters could do some serious damage to grouped up hunters, putting stress on the medic. Monsters should be leading hunters into choke points and ambushing them there. Hunters can use pillars to run around and buy time for the rest of the team while taking minimal damage. These are just a few examples. As a monster though, be aware that hunters will have deployables such as mines or harpoon traps positioned near ledges that could ruin your escape. Holding the high ground generally gives either side the advantage, but as a hunter, be wary of knockbacks that can send you over 50 meters away from the group. This is a good tactic though as the monster to get some breathing room. I also want to mention the bushes here. Bushes are great places for a monster to hide when the hunters don't have Daisy. Try it and watch nervously and patiently as the hunters slowly run past you. The pincer maneuver is a common tactic being used by the hunters. where they split into pairs and push the monster into the other team that cuts the monster off and traps it. The standard split is Medic and Assault pushing the monster, and Support and Trapper as the cutoff team. The only exception is sometimes Cairo will go with the Trapper and Support would then be with the Assault. The idea is that the Support and Trapper can be cloaked at the cutoff, catching the monster off guard. Meanwhile, the Medic and Assault are keeping track of the monster's location and letting the cutoff team know where the monster is and where it may be going next. Trapper and Support should remain in a central area ready to rush to where the monster is heading. If you spot the cutoff team before they cloak, you could bait out a dome or turn tail and run another way. If you're going to bait out the dome, save your traversal and act as though you didn't see them, but be ready to move quickly once you hear them. Both sides have a permanent health system that lets skirmishes have value throughout the game. When the monster has full armor, they should attempt to get a strike on a hunter. Many monsters are unable to get to stage 2 before they have their first fight with the hunters. The best way to get some breathing room is to down a hunter, then escape to evolve in a faraway corner. After the evolve begins, a monster will lose all their armor. Hunt mode is often a game of attrition. Whenever one side scores permanent damage, they're gaining the upper hand. Monsters have both a health bar and an armor bar. The armor is filled up while eating and will absorb damage done to the monster. Once the monster's armor is gone though, it will begin taking damage to its health. Health cannot be regenerated without the assistance of the wildlife buff from a tyrant. When a hunter's health reaches 0, they are knocked down until a teammate picks them up, or they die and respawn on the dropship. Each death results in a permanent 20% health strike that stacks up to 2 times. After 2 strikes, a hunter's health is down to 60%, and when their health reaches 0, they'll die instantly. The only exception is if Lazarus revives a hunter with his glove, then that results in no strikes, so don't pick up hunters when Lazarus is your medic. This Hunt overview series will continue as we develop new tactics and strategies in the Hunt mode. Let me know what tactics you've been using in the comments below, and if there is any you'd like more details on, let me know. If you found this guide useful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more. Happy hunting!